Okay, so we just talked about macrocycles and how they last over a year to 4 years, and the mesocycles divided amongst the macrocycle. So these normally consist of medium-term processes of around 4 to 24 weeks. The mesocycle is the main method of controlling the work to rest ratios. For example, if you had to work rest ratio of 3 to 1, this means you'd have 3 working weeks followed by 1 active rest week. So you train really hard for 3 weeks, you have 1 active rest. If you're an inexperienced trainer, you would have probably a ratio where 2 to 1, so actually you're not getting to work as long before they get their rest period, because if you do, then you put them at risk of injury. But if you're an advanced trainer, like someone who's training for the Olympics, or you're a footballer in pre-season, you probably do the 6 to 1, so you work for 6 weeks and you have 1 rest period. And mesocycles, what they can do is they can be step loaded. So what we mean by step loaded is this technique usually asks to do repetitive work to rest ratios within a 4-week mesocycle. So you've got a 4-week mesocycle, we get the athletes to train really hard for 3 weeks, and then we ask them to rest for 1 week. And we repeat the cycle 3 times, but what we do is we increase the intensity of the work over each mesocycle. So for instance, if you look at the first mesocycle, we've got 3 weeks of work, 1 week rest at medium intensity. Then we look at our next mesocycle and we do 3 weeks of work again, 1 week of rest, but the intensity and work increases in that mesocycle. And then finally we look at our last mesocycle and we do 3 weeks of work, 1 week of rest, but again the intensity ups, and that's what we call step loading.